Since forever, people been arguing if weed is medical or just a vibe. Some people say it cures everything from headaches to heartbreak. Others say it's just an expensive way to sit on the couch and overthink life. Me? I think it's both. But I had to find out the truth, like the scientific truth. So I dug in history books, science journals, shady forums, and of course, my own experience. And I found out some wild stuff. Like, did you know the very first recorded use of medical marijuana was in ancient China and around 2700 BC, where it was prescribed for everything from constipation to malaria. And I also found out a whole bunch of more crazy shit. And you know I had to come up here and tell you. So go ahead and spark up your reefers now, cause this one will be a wild one. What's up, parties? It's the dopest soul you'll ever meet, and welcome to High History, the series where we talk about real people getting real high back in the day.
I'm the type of nigga that gets sassy on the bitch. VVS, clarity, stone, Prezi on the bitch. And I'm feeling like the hand of God bless me in this bitch. Put respect up on my name, ho, I'm heavy in this bitch. I just want 7 Grammys.
So first things first, what even counts as medicine? People take everything from vitamins to snake oil and call it medical. Now some stuff actually works, but come on now, let's be real. Some of that shit don't work. But weed has been in the medical game longer than all of it. While people was popping aspirins like candy in the late 1800s, weed was already being used in places like China, Egypt, Africa for things like headaches, cramps, and even something that they call female weakness. Now when I first seen it, I got a little teed off, I ain't gonna even lie, cause what the hell you mean, the female weakness? But then I started doing a little thinking, and I'm not no good when I'm on my period at all. Like, you don't better touch me, look at me, talk to me, breathe on me, none of that shit. I really don't even want to be on a universe with nobody. So, I guess female weakness, it might be a good word for y'all. I can't even sit here. You know, when you win, you lost the battle. Kayla is this female weakness. Okay. What the fuck happened? Apparently, women back then was like, oh, my uterus. Please pass me the blunt. So, no. And here's the wild part. Medicine isn't just a label. It's about what actually impacts your body. And weed, it talks to your body in a way that's like straight up chaotic genius. THC, CBD, all these letters just bouncing around your head like they own the place. Scientists call it the endocannabinoid system, but I call it the part of your body that either freaks out or chills you out, depending on your vibe. It chills me out. I don't know, my vibe just always chill, baby. I ain't never been paranoid off the gas. It's not my type of party. And it's not just about the body. It's about the mind. People in history use weed for spiritual practices and even to survive harsh conditions. The line between medical and just chilling has always been kind of blurry. Like, did it cure disease? Or did it just make suffering tolerable enough to keep living? Who knows? It worked for some. And that's enough to get it a spot in the history books. Alright, so let's talk science. And I'm gonna try to make it fun, so we don't get bored and shit like that. So we gonna try to make it fun. So your body has these receptors literally everywhere. Brain, organs, immune system. So THC is the one that gets you high. So think of it like the friend that shows up to the party and immediately just start dancing on tables. Get crazy. They don't even say hey first, they just jump on the table, just get party, just litty. And that bitch just ooh. Ooh. Alright. But yeah, that's that friend. Think of CBD as the friend that shows up, is chill, passes out snacks, and just makes sure nobody falls over and gets too drunk and shit like that. When THC connects to your receptors, it can relieve pain, help with sleep, improve your mood, and sometimes even make your brain feel like it's floating on clouds and good energy. But your body is like its own little mini universe. THC might chill me out, but it can make somebody else paranoid. So CBD might help you sleep, but it can do absolutely shit but shit. I don't know why I said shit but shit. But it can absolutely do nothing for the next person. It's personal, unpredictable, and sometimes hilarious if you catch that person greening out and shit like that. It could be I'm not an asshole, bro. I just You trying to stomp with them big dogs, okay? So look, that's what you get. Shit, anybody better tell you to keep smoking. Goddamn. Humans have been using weed as medicine for thousands of years. And I mean thousands of years. Ancient China was sprinkling it in prescriptions. India had Bang. Y'all remember we talked about Bang when we was talking about Lord Shiva? It's basically a drink that they use for religious purposes and ceremonial purposes. Egyptians used it to treat inflammation and even treat glaucoma. Africa had it for infections and even digestive problems. And get this, it wasn't like some underground thing. People back then considered it as legit medicine, not just a plant to vibe out on. Europe eventually caught on in the 1800s. Weed tinctures showed up in pharmacies right next to alcohol. People were taking it for cramps, insomnia, migraines. Some even used it for anesthesia during surgery. How the fuck did that go around and worked out? I don't know. I could get high as 2 cats of gas, and I bet not ever get cut the fuck open. Ever! I don't give a fuck if I'm high as giraffe nuts. You better not put no goddamn scalpel near me. I don't know how that worked, but it worked for him. No, it worked. But then politics happened, and weed got pushed out. So this is around the time of Harry Ashlinger. Y'all know we did that episode too, when he did the propaganda and reefer madness and all the rest of that shit. So this is around that time. They's like, okay, weed is bad. Let's get it the fuck out of here. And that's what happened. But throughout all of that, weed quietly stuck around. People kept using it, sharing it, and passing it down like a secret knowledge that somehow survived centuries of fucking nonsense. And while the plant itself was consistent, the ways people consumed it evolved. China rolled it into balls or added it to tea. Europe and America created extracts and tinctures. It's just crazy to think that something that's so frowned upon today used to be a staple in people's medicine cabinets. Fast forward today, and medical weed is finally being recognized in some places. Prescription meds, dispensaries, research labs, doctors recommending it is legit. Kinda, sorta, at least. Because as we know, controversy still surrounds the damn plant. Some people scream, "It's not FDA approved." Others say, "It's recreational." That's me. I'm that one. That's me. That's the one I am. It's recreational. You bitch. That's how I be. Meanwhile, millions of patients are using it to treat things like pain, seizures, nausea, PTSD, anxiety, and more. Modern science keeps uncovering new potential use. CBD is being studied for inflammation, THC for PTSD and chemotherapy side effects, and yet the legal system is still playing catch up. How the fuck does that work? Where we at? Where are we going? What we at? What we doing? Where we at? We are in... God damn it. I feel like we're so behind. Like, we're like in 1946. In China in 2126. Like, what are we doing here? Honestly. Well, not with weed, they not. But like with everything else they is, shit. Like, damn. They not there. They not in 2126 or whatever the year I've just said in with weed. But they still passed us. And we behind, okay? That's the whole moral of the story. We are behind. States, countries, governments are constantly debating on how much is too much. What counts as medical? And who gets access? Let me tell you something. I was just talking about this, bro. Like, why who business is it yours, government? Why you gotta be worried about all that? Just give me the damn weed. Like, why you gotta be all in my business for? Why you gotta know who got access to it and how much is too much? I know it's my body. I have a structured settlement and I need weed now. Like, what are you doing? I don't need you to tell me how much weed I should be taking. Who are you? This is my body. But of course, this leads to a lot of misconceptions. Some people assume if it's recreational, it can't be medical. And others think, like me, or like I did, it's just a cure for everything under the sun. Like, it's just a magical cure for everything. Like, anything that you could possibly think of, smoke your little weed. But sadly, neither is true. The reality is like somewhere in between. It's a plant that interacts with your body in ways that humans are just still trying to figure out. But alright, hold on. Let's get serious for a second. Just 1 second. Just 1 second. Let me get serious. 1 second. Alright, for real. Let me get serious. Weed isn't perfect. Overdoing it can make you paranoid, make your heart race and jump out your chest. Well, maybe not jump out your chest, but it can make your heart race. Or it could just turn you into that person that's staring at the refrigerator, wondering why the fuck floors exist. Some strands hit people differently, and some methods are just safer than others. And the funniest part is just everybody think they're expert on weed. Your grandma be like, it's illegal, so it can't be medicine. Meanwhile, she taking 5 Advil and eating a Snickers bar like it's some type of health tonic or some shit. People also overestimate the risk sometimes. Yes, overestimate. Y'all be killing me. You're not gonna fall into a wormhole if you smoke too much. You might, however, temporarily forget your name or think your dog giving you some super fire life advice. And honestly, some of these overreactions have shaped public opinion more than the actual science. Misconceptions like weed is addictive. Now, I'm not gonna say weed is not addictive for some people, but me personally, sometimes I don't even feel like rolling up, y'all. Like, I don't smoke all day because I just don't feel like rolling up. I don't be getting upset and irritated and eligible and shit like that when I don't smoke. I be cool, I be chilling. Like, I literally sometimes I can have weed and I just don't smoke because I don't feel like it. Like, I don't think that's an addiction spirit, but hey, I don't know. I'm not saying this is me. That's my experience. I'm not speaking for everybody else though. Or misconceptions like it kills your brain cell. My grandma used to say that one. She'd be like, your dad is smoking all that weed, killing his damn brain cells. That is not what was killing it, lady. They dead. Then I ain't saying the brain cells is alive, but it was the damn weed that was killing it. That was them just saying, stop with the misconceptions. Stop it. Stop it. I mean, because yes, research does show heavy cannabis uses can have some effects. It's not the doom or gloom that people make it out to be. And then there's like it's not funny. It's funny. Then there's the funny history of medical mistakes. Doctors in the 1800s sometimes prescribed absurd amounts of weed dosage. Like, absurd. It's the 1800s for one. What the hell is this nigga gotta smoke 8 grams for? What are we doing? Literally giving people weed tinctures that would have them zoinked for days. Days! What the hell? Patients were writing letters saying that they see in colors, hearing music, or suddenly understanding the universe in ways that they didn't want to understand it. They didn't want to know this information. It's the 1800s. They scared. What do you mean a cell phone gonna come out? A cell phone? They're like, what the hell? A cell phone? I'm telling you, history was chaotic, bro. It's and if you're childish like me, bro, it's hilarious. Like, I love history, bro. This shit funny as fuck. Every part. I don't care. I mean, no, I'm gonna take that back, bro. Slavery won't funny, bro. I ain't gonna even cap, bro. I had to think about it, bro. Nah, hold on. That won't funny. You won't get a he chuckle out of me. I'm not. Sad times, bro. You gotta laugh so you won't cry. You just gotta laugh so you won't cry. Ain't nobody about to be crying over that shit. We about to laugh at it. Ha ha. What a laugh at. Anyway, back to the story. So yeah, is weed medical? Absolutely. Weed is medical, but it is complicated. It's complicated. It depends on your body, your dosage, your strand, and your vibe that day. Thousands of years of human use shows that it can help. Centuries of story proves it has value. And modern science is still catching up. Sometimes it relaxes, sometimes it just makes life more bearable. Think about the humans that came before you and appreciate that this plant has quietly shaped human health and culture since ancient times. And if you thought the history of medical weed was something, wait till we get to the next story. Cause that one's gonna really be having you grab your pearls and like, what the hell? Cause we're gonna be talking about the man, the myth, the legend, the one that said, what did he say? I don't know. Romeo, let down your long hair. No, that's not what he said. God damn, hold on. We'll talk about Shakespeare, bro. I don't really know no I don't know. I don't really know any. But we need to talk about Shakespeare. When I come back, I'm gonna be able to tell you all about the nigga. Okay? But what I do know is that Shakespeare might have been puffing on that gas while writing his plays. Could weed have inspired the greatest lines in English literature? I don't know. But get ready, parties. Because on the next episode of High History, we're going to be diving into Shakespeare. Shakespeare on pot? Motherfucker! So make sure you smoke the gas and pass the gas. Like I said, I know this is the second episode. I ain't had no weed, y'all. We got to keep the stories going. Y'all make sure y'all just smoke for me. I don't know. I might not have no weed next week, okay? I don't fucking know. That's why I need y'all to smoke for me, okay? So make sure you smoke the gas. And make sure you pass it through the screen. Dope Soul out.